Welcome back everybody, I'm the Smithy D and today we're back with another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Gambler's Shot. It deals physical damage to the target enemy. This attack has high damage variance and an additional 25% chance of scoring a critical hit. Double Down. It has a free cooldown. It deals physical damage to all enemies. This attack scores more than one critical hit. Its cooldown is reset and it deals 100% more damage on the next use. This is definitely where you want to be adjusting your mods to make sure you get the best out of Double Down. So that's going to be a bit of critical chance, definitely some critical damage, but we're going to move on to that and speak about that shortly. Fast and Loose is Lando's leader ability. All Scoundrel and Rebel allies gain 15 speed and 29% critical damage. This leadership ability is one of the most used leadership abilities in the game. The reason behind that isn't just the 29% extra critical damage that Rebels and Scoundrels get. It is the actual speed. So a lot of the Rebels, if you think of Wedge and Biggs, Han ST, that extra 15 speed on including Lando himself is a game changer, and for most, it is going to determine who wins that battle. High Roller is Lando's passive ability. So Lando has a 15% critical chance and gains critical chance up for 2 turns when he scores a critical hit. So what this means is Lando's going to have an additional 15% critical chance when he enters the battle. So when Lando hits his first critical hit from his AoE, so he only has to get 1 crit and he's going to get crit chance up. That's an additional 25%. So this ability right here for his second AoE is going to give an extra 40% critical chance. So to me, acquiring these mods is quite the end game. This is pretty much what your Lando should be looking like when you're finished. The most important mod types to Lando is his critical damage. Critical damage mods can be farmed once you require 5 Jawas, 5-star or above. You can also acquire these critical damage mods from the mod shipments. You can purchase this with credits or crystals. You are going to need 4 critical damage mods to make a set of 4. This in turn is going to give you an extra 30% critical damage. The last 2 sets of the mods out of the 6 you can be variable with, so it is completely up to yourself what you go for. My personal is health. Some of you may be asking, why haven't I gone for critical chance in the last 2 mod sets? The reason behind that is my Lando currently has a 43.62% of critical chance. Lando's passive ability, High Roller, is going to give me an additional 15% critical chance. So on top of my 43.62% critical chance, I'm going to enter the battle with 58.62. Once I do one crit or more, I'm going to receive critical chance up, which is going to give me an extra additional 25% critical chance. That's going to take my Lando's critical chance up to 83.62% while crit chance is activated. So my first mod here is the Mark 5 A Health Transmitter. That's going to give everybody plus 5.88% of offense. What you really want to be looking at here on this mod type in particular is the mod type that it is. So this one is a health one, so you could use a critical damage, but you also want to be looking at those secondaries. For Lando on the secondaries, you definitely want to see if you can get any small amount of critical chance. Critical chance isn't going to hurt, so don't refrain yourself from using the mod because it has some extra critical chance on there. Even though Lando does gain so much, on this mod itself I gain a plus 3.6% critical chance. I get a little bit of health. Offense is definitely what you want to be looking out for, so if you can get some offense, some protection, they are going to help your Lando become more of that ultimate machine. The Mark 5A receiver is where you really want to be stacking your Lando with 30 speed. It's very important as Lando does start off slow. The difference here between Lando and Anakin, Anakin already has good speed. Where Anakin could easily have protection instead of speed, Lando 100% needs this plus 30 speed. So please make sure you are looking out for this 30 speed and then work on his secondary stats after. The Mark 5 processor is interchangeable, so everybody's going to have the same amount of defense if they have a Mark 5, but what you want to be looking out for here is the secondary stats. So if you can grab some nice speed, some offense, protection, critical chance, they are going to help your Lando become that ultimate machine. The Mark 5 Hollow Array. This has to be critical damage. I don't think he works as well without critical damage. As you can see in a few of the tests before, he does shine when he does have that extra critical damage. The priority here is the critical damage. The secondary stats can come later once you've farmed further critical damage mods. The Mark 5A data bus for me is always going to be protection. I believe the percentage of what you're gaining from protection compared to a health data bus is far greater. The Mark 5A multiplexer. For me, I've gone for the extra offense. So I've got an extra 5.88% offense, but the only other viable option for this cross is going to be protection. They're the only two in my eyes that I believe you should really be using for Lando. The more speed Lando has, the more turns he's going to be able to do, but you're also going to need that critical damage to have that devastating effect on his AoEs. How do you currently mod your Lando? Have you found this video useful? Has it been a game changer for you? Please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, then please go and check out my How to Mod Jedi Knight Anakin Remastered version. The link is in the description below. Out of this video and How to Mod Jedi Knight Anakin, which do you prefer? Which did you find more informative and better? I've took two different styles on both of these videos and I would love to know your feedback on the difference between them. Thank you very much for watching my video today. If you've enjoyed this and found this very helpful for you, then please smash that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, then please definitely do. I'm the Smithy D. May the Force be with you, always.
점잖아 보이지만 놀 때